Hey guys, Andy here. Today I'm taking a look at the Mi Band 4. I've used a few of the Mi Bands in the past and I've used a few different fitness trackers. This one cost me about £27 off eBay. I think it was one of the official Xiaomi sellers as well, actually. I'll try and remember to put a link down below if you're interested. So it is just a fitness tracker. It's quite cheap, £27. So expectations in some ways should be set knowing that. It's not a smartwatch replacement. Although I have wondered about, should I switch to a fitness tracker instead of a smartwatch? Because all I really use my smartwatch for is for notifications and telling the time. I don't really use, I suppose I use Google Keep. Anyway, so this is just a fitness tracker. My expectations are really for it to be counting my steps, to track activity. So I'm doing a lot of cycling at the moment. I'm going to the gym, a little bit of jogging to the gym, and maybe sleep tracking. So we'll see how it copes with all of those. But first of all, let's just take a look at what's inside the box. So we don't really learn much from the box because it's all in Chinese. So let's just go ahead and head inside. There's not a great deal to it. We do get an instruction manual. All we really want from this, if I'm honest, is the QR code to get the app. The charger has changed from previous versions. It's now kind of a sit-in thing with just a regular USB plug. The cable's quite thin, but I guess that doesn't really matter. The device itself, I've got kind of a funky purple strap. You can get 3 other different colours if you wish, I believe. And to be fair, there's so many accessories. If you look on eBay or AliExpress, you get all kind of different straps, and some of them probably a little better looking than this one, if I'm honest. So that's all unboxed. Let's go back inside and get the app installed. Now I have used the app before. There it is, Mi Fit. You don't have to scan the QR code. You could just search it in the Google Play Store. It connects up quite easily. Just tell it, yeah, we're connected. And again, don't worry that there's all that Chinese writing. It very quickly realizes we're English and it says, okie dokie. And then it says, oh, I'm just going to update your firmware. And off it goes automatically. So if we talk about the design of it, it's the first Mi Band to have a color AMOLED screen. It's only 0.95 inches. And there are actually pretty huge bezels around it, but it's a pretty good screen. It's quite bright. It's a 16 million colors, as I guess you would expect. There is a tiny button at the bottom there with a faint circle, but it is a touch screen. It has like a lock screen. You have to start it once to unlock. I get a little vibration saying that it's unlocked, and then it lets you scroll through the different things. The straps, by the way, I don't know if I mentioned, apparently the Mi Band 3 straps fit on this Mi Band 4. The device is waterproof up to 50 meters, although swimming is not something that I particularly do. That would suit those that do. There are loads of watch faces, but you have to get them through a third-party app. So let's just... so Mi Band 4, this app here, again, I'll try and remember to drop a link in the video description, but if you see a watch face you like, you tap to install. You then have to go into Mi Fit. Go to your band, display settings, my display bands, sync to watch face. You see there the watch is saying it's syncing. We got a progress bar. So it's a little bit of a long-winded route, but at the same time there are hundreds of watch faces. I cannot believe how many. I've only installed 7 or 8 or something perhaps. There are so many watch faces. Some of them really quite clever, some of them just look really nice, some are very simple. There's something to suit everybody, I suppose, basically. Sync successfully, and there it is, look. So in use, we've got the sort of all the things you would expect. Heart rate monitoring. We see the status for the day. Track a workout, the weather, notifications, and then we've got some more settings in. I can get rid of the phone now for the moment. Anyway, some more settings in here, and then back to the watch face. So this is quite a basic watch face, actually. I wonder if I can change it from... So there's things like stopwatch and alarms and all that sort of stuff, like I guess you would expect from a... Here we go. So these are the ones, I think... Oh no, so we've got the standard ones that are built in, and then that last one was the current one, sort of thing. Now it says that you can control music from the Mi Band, and there is, you go into the settings bit or the more bit and there is controls for audio, but when I use Beyond Pod it says can't find song or something like that. Even when I use YouTube Music it says can't find song. I have watched videos where a guy is controlling Spotify with it, so it does work, just only on select apps, which is a little bit of a shame. If we look at the workouts, so unlock and then go to, you can change the order, these all appear on the watch as well if you wish. Outdoor run, treadmill, cycling, walking, regular just exercise, and pool swimming. Look, in the app you can kind of select to do just a kind of other activity. I didn't really get what it was doing at that point. It felt like it was just timing it, and I think it was taking your heart rate. So I did use it. As I said, I've jogged a little bit, so I used it while I was jogging. Seemed to do fine. I used it while I was cycling. The results didn't quite match up with my cycle computer. The heart rate was quite a bit lower. The speed was slower. A little bit odd, so I don't know how much I trust it, if I'm very honest. What else does it do? It does do sleep tracking, but again, it didn't match up. I've got what I think is a very accurate Withings sleep mat, and the Mi Band 4 just didn't match up with what it said, which makes me think, oh, I'm not sure it's that accurate. I also found the lift to weight wasn't all that reliable. We'll see. It'll probably behave perfectly now it's on camera. So maybe I just do it wrong. It's funny, if you do rapid, I found it didn't work as well. See, it's working perfectly all the time now, obviously. But, well, I mean, I can just tell you that in my usage, quite often I'd raise my arm up. I mean, it comes on pretty quick. I found myself having to go and just tap the button to wake the device. Not always, but more than I would want to. Notifications, I can't necessarily just simulate one right now, unfortunately, but you get a vibration, you get a little green thing saying notification, Gmail, and then underneath it says check phone for detail, or like a WhatsApp message, check phone for detail. So it can't give you any of the actual information. For me, is quite a big downer. I don't think it should have been that hard for it to take the information that would normally go into the notification bar and give you the message. So that was a little bit of a shame. They do see the heart rate monitor is upgraded from previous versions. It seemed okay. Like I say, over my cycling, I think it was slightly different. But generally, whenever I checked, it seemed to match up with what I thought it would be. And you do get warnings if you sat for too long, it'll buzz and say, get up and do something, you lazy bastard. Well, not quite like that. But if we have a quick look at the app, they've changed the app since I sort of first used it. And to me, not for the good. Let's come back. Why are we stuck? There we go. So you go to workouts. So for example, now I know I've cycled with it. So I go to cycling, and I guess this bit is just for tracking your cycling, because it doesn't show me previous activity. I can go into this, but again, my workouts, my cycling is not there. I know I've cycled, I know I've jogged. I don't quite know where it's gone. Go into the profile and we can set sort of targets and things like that. We can obviously add other Mi devices, scales, look. Smart shoes, really? Kind of cool. And then we can see sort of the battery status, and we can set more settings in the app to go to the device. So while we're here, if we mention battery, as you can see, last charge 6 days ago, I'm at 74%. So it seems to be about a week's use is about a quarter of the battery. I've got constant heart rate monitoring going, actually because of a different app. I can't remember what this one was called. If you search Mi Band 4, it's quite near the top of the results. And that allows me to have constant heart rate monitoring, obviously only when I'm wearing the device, and we do get adverts now and then. Because I'm not always wearing it, it's a little bit patchy and not so useful, I guess. But yeah, the app just generally didn't seem, I don't know, they've made it a little more complicated. So in fact, thinking about it, that's the bit I generally remember from using a Mi Band before. So I guess all this extra bit is kind of what they've thrown in, and I'm not sure I like it. But to be fair, you don't particularly need the app so much. You're just tracking with the wristwatch with the fitness tracker on your wrist. So So what do I think overall? It's pretty good for £27. The features you get for that, you will often be paying £50 or more on a fitness tracker. It does look good. The screen is very nice. It's bright enough. There was a couple of times, but I think a couple of times when it was in the bright sun, I couldn't see it as well. But actually, I didn't realise that to manually go in. I'm so used to auto brightness, so I cranked it up later on. I don't think I had any issues since then. It seems quite accurate as far as the heart rate monitoring and the steps, but then the sleep tracking didn't seem so good. I'm not sure I would trust it for activities like cycling and jogging. It also doesn't really sync into many things. I think it should sync into Google Fit, to be honest. And because I've got so many other things syncing in, it probably gets overwritten and you don't really see. I remember my old ones definitely synced into Google Fit, which I guess is quite important. But all in all, yeah, it's pretty good. For £27, if you need a decent enough fitness tracker, then yeah, the Mi Band 4, you probably can't go much better for that sort of money. You can buy the cheap Chinese knockoff fitness trackers, but most of them are at least £20. You might as well go to 27, 28 and get the Xiaomi. So there we go. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. But for now, my name's Andy. I'll catch you all again soon. Well done for making it all the way to the end of the video. Please do give it a thumbs up and leave a comment as well. I promise I'll read every single comment on all of my videos, so do leave a comment too. If you haven't already, subscribe, click that bell icon to make sure you're notified anytime I upload something new. Perhaps most importantly, just share my videos, be it social media, be it forums. Just put them online for people to watch. If you want to go that one step further, there are links in the video description to my Patreon and also buy me a coffee. Just a few extra pound a month would help me make more videos. Also, of course, don't forget to check out the other videos on my channel. I'll see you all in the next one.